It is time for us to leave Alberta. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, welcome to the Anderson's family. Please take a second to hit that subscribe button for me, please. It's really important. Smash that like button as well. Returning viewer, returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much. It's a pretty cold day today. It's minus 32, feeling like minus 37 with the wind chill in Grand Prairie, Alberta today. Very cold. Now, what am I going to be talking about in today's video? It's a conversation that Nats and I have been having for the past couple months, and I want to have this conversation with you guys as well. Is it time for us to leave Alberta? Now, if you guys are familiar with immigration in Canada, when you become a permanent resident through provincial nomination, you are usually tied to that province for at least 2 years, right? If you leave that province before 2 years, then it might affect your application when it's time for you to apply for a Canadian citizenship. We have officially passed that 2-year mark, and we are now free to live anywhere we choose to live in Canada. And of course, we are now eligible for citizenship. That's a different video coming down in the future. Stay tuned for that. So now we are free to live anywhere in Canada, and we've been having a conversation. Is it time for us to leave Alberta? Now, if you guys have been following our journey from the get-go, or if you guys are new to our channel, you guys would have probably identified that we really love Alberta. Alberta has been our home since 2019, specifically Grand Prairie, and we're coming up now on being 6 years, and being in Canada 6 years, all of which was spent in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Now, one of the things that we always said that we would never do is the same thing I think we're guilty of doing, and it is planting a root in the first city that we landed, right? Is it time for us to explore more about around Canada? And I don't mean visit, I mean to live. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Sometimes fear restricts us from exploring new opportunities, but there's a big wide world out there, and Canada is big and wide as well. Why are we just being secluded to one specific part of Canada? Is it time for us to explore more of what this country have to offer? Now, what would that mean for us if it is that we choose to leave Alberta? Hold on, let me get a different angle. And by the way, it's bright outside, but don't let because it's bright you think that it's warm. The sun is just there for presentation purposes. Literally, there's zero warmth coming from the sun right now. It's really cold. Really cold today. Okay, now what would it mean for us if we move from Alberta? And if you guys are watching this video and you're in a different province, let me know some of the things that I'm going to be talking about as well, and how is it in your province. That can probably help us to make a decision. Now, the reason why we choose to live in Alberta for the past 6 years is predominantly because of our daughter Malika Jade, who, if you guys don't know by now, is nonverbal autistic. She's 7 years old and globally delayed. If you guys are just finding that out, what have you guys been doing on our channel? Anyways, Alberta is known as being one of the best province, if not the best province, for services with kids with special needs and developmental problems and issues and challenges. For example, you have an organization that's called FSCD, which is Family Support with Children with Disability, that provides a whole range of services to family that have to raise children with special needs. However, the waiting list is almost impossible. We've been waiting on the waiting list for almost a year and a half, going 2 years now, to just get a caseworker. Even though we get minimal service from them, like for example, we get respite services, and when we travel out of Grand Prairie for medical reasons, we get back some of the money, hotel fee and stuff like that. However, having a caseworker would give us more access, so we can then get speech therapists, physiotherapists, more from a private level that will be paid for, at least in parts or in full, by this organization. But we haven't got a caseworker yet, so we're still relying on the school for service in regards to speech and physio and other occupational therapy. Now, I'm not sure if Alberta is the only province that have organization like FSCD that provides these services for kids with special needs and their families. So if you guys are watching this and you're watching from a different province and you know of an organization that does provide it, please let me know. because that's one of the main reasons why we are so hesitant in moving from Alberta, because we don't believe that these services are available federally, in other words, all across the country. But I might be wrong. So let me know, guys, if you guys have any experience with dealing with challenges like these and what it is like in your province. The school system is also pretty good here in Alberta for Malika. She have her educational assistant, or EA, who actually plays a very good role in our day-to-day functions, and we haven't really had a lot of complaints for the school system for Malika in terms of integration or anything like that, right? So you guys can let me know what that is like. The other thing with Alberta is it's known to be one of the more affordable provinces at this present moment in Canada. So does it really make sense for us to move to another province is another thing that we're talking about, like financially. In Alberta, you can get a house. Like, we bought our house for $275,000. Yes, we are pretty open and transparent about everything we do, so please subscribe. We bought our house for $275,000, which is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom with an unfinished basement. We have the house tour on our channel as well, so go and check it out if you guys want fast. Now, that being said, other parts of the country, that 275 might be as high as 675, or some cases 755, meaning that house prices in other parts of the country can be really expensive. So we thought that, okay, then probably Alberta is the best place to live, because you know you can get a house, and if you have to rent, it's pretty affordable compared to other parts of the country. However, not all provinces only have, like, there's not only the big city in other provinces. So in other words, you might live in Ontario and you don't live in the GTA, and house prices might be more affordable. Or you might live in BC and you don't live in Vancouver, and where you live, house prices might be affordable. So let me know in the comment section, like, is it worth it from that perspective, cost of living wise? Now, groceries in Alberta is dear. Groceries in Alberta is very expensive. It's very, very expensive, and we don't have access to most, like, Caribbean products that many other provinces might have. Like, we do get the basic, the bare bone, the minimum, the basic is what we get over here, especially in Grand Prairie. In the big city, Edmonton, Calgary probably have access to more things, but like, for example, breadfruit and stuff like that, I've never seen that in Alberta. Only one time, I think, in Grand Prairie. When I go to Edmonton, I don't really visit breadfruit. Stuff like those that you want to identify with and stuff like that is not really readily available. But I know that in other provinces, like, I was even talking to a friend who live in Newfoundland and another one who lived in Nova Scotia, and they're saying that we get everything still. We get every single thing still. And I'm like, Jaja, you're rough. So probably moving to another province can probably make us less homesick. Who knows? What do you guys think? The other thing is, in Alberta, traveling is hard, especially if you live in Grand Prairie. To go to Jamaica, it's 3 planes, yo. You have to go to Edmonton or Calgary, then to Toronto, then to Jamaica. Or if you go to Calgary, you might be able to get a straight flight to Montego Bay, but that's gonna be like 7.5, 8 hours in a year. Rough. So probably an Ontario would be better for traveling purposes back and forth to Jamaica, if it is that going home is important to you, which is important to us because we haven't been home in 6 years. So the bottom line is, the pros and the cons. What would you guys do? Would you guys stay in your comfort zone, or would you guys step outside of your comfort zone? Because now is the time for us to make this decision, because one of the worst things in life is to just get stuck. It's to just feel stuck doing the same things over and over and over and over and over again. Especially if you're not seeing any significant results, like your standard of living, your quality of life. It's gotten to a point, but it feels like you have hit a ceiling and you feel like you can't go much higher than where you have gotten. So what would you guys do? We're the pros and the cons. As I said, we stay in Alberta because of Malika and the cost of housing and stuff like that. But does the pro outweigh the cons? And of course, in Alberta, it's considered almost like a redneck province. Like, it's a very conservative province that in the big city have more diversity and stuff like that. But in the smaller cities, diversity is not that great. You are indeed a minority, right? So all of these factors play a significant role as well in deciding where to live, because we have 2 girls and we want to grow them into a multicultural environment, yes, but we also want them to be able to identify with their culture and not feel stigmatized or marginalized or even discriminated against. So we have to bear all of those factors in mind and make sure that whatever decision we're making is actually the best decision for not only Nats and I, but also for our kids, because they're gonna grow up and they're gonna have to live in whatever environment we create for them. Bottom line is, we are now eligible to move anywhere in Canada we choose to move without any implication, without any ramification of any challenges towards our citizenship application and stuff like that. So let me know, guys, where would you guys move to in Canada? And if you guys are living somewhere else in Canada and you have any word of advice to give me to clarify any of the concerns I have that can help us make a better decision, your feedback is always welcome. As a matter of fact, your feedback would be greatly appreciated. So please leave your feedback, right? Let me know. Oh, also the next thing, job availability. Job availability in some parts of Alberta can be very tough. It can be very, very challenging, because what I've experienced myself and my family is a lot of businesses, especially like when that was applying for like frontline work or receptionist work and stuff like that, even though the position might be there advertising for a month, 2 months, 3 months, a lot of times when she go on the interview, it's like she can see on person's faces that, hey, she don't meet the criteria to work at the front of many of these businesses. If you guys know, you know. And those things are challenges that we have to deal with here in probably a smaller city. But is it the same in most provinces, or is it just a conservative, pretty much redneck county kind of thing? Let me know in the comment section. Anyways, I'll end this video right here, right now. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please take a second to subscribe to our channel. Special like on this video, please. It's really helpful. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video, or probably I was gonna say in another province. See you guys.